Hey guys, it's me, Neo. Or should I say, late Neo. Again. I know. But, yeah. So, today I got caught up by adulting, and I was under the impression that I had time to eat before the stream. I was wrong. So, good. The audio is still holding. Oh, I forgot to adjust the webcam setting. And no, it's not a painting. Whoops! It's not a painting that you see. Whoop! Right there. It's my living room window. So once I'm done cleaning the mess on the other side of my backdrop, I'll take out the backdrop, and you'll be able to see for yourself. Okay. First thing first, I'm gonna finish to update it, to set up everything. It's gonna take me about 3 minutes, top 2, maybe 3 minutes. So I thank you for your understanding, your patience, and I am dropping the exposure to -7. I'm setting up the focus at 5. Then I boost the gain all the way to the max. And sharpness wise, I don't know if you see the back of my head. Whoop, the back of my, no, that's the back of my head right there. See? That's the sharpness. So I reduce the sharpness to 20. Just because I want a little sharpness, but not too much. See? It's a bit better, right? So, well, in my opinion, it's better. I don't like when it's too pixelized, when the sharpness is too strong. I don't like it. And now I go into properties and configure video again to make sure that the settings took, because sometimes they revert. And yeah, so webcam is done. Let me check if the title is good. So, catching up on story in Shadowrun Hong Kong, followed by commands. Yes! And is the game set up properly? Shadowrun Hong Kong. Yes! I'm sorry. Fuck. The 3 communities, PC Gaming, Shadowrun, RPGs. That's all set. Hey, looks like we're almost ready to go. Right? I'm forgetting something. I know I am. I check the audio. Oh, why is my... I'm gonna close a few windows because I think my email is open. And alright, I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh, and let me just plug real quick. Let me plug real quick the Square Enix sale on Humble Bundle for a week. It's the publisher week. So yeah, what's that doing here? Oh, that's sexy. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. My apologies. Alright, yes, looks like we're ready to go. So, yeah, that's what I was forgetting. I'm sorry. I entered myself, lack of sleep, and all the cool stuff that goes with it. Trying Hong Kong walkthrough. I'm just gonna set myself up to that. Good. Good. So, I did look up the game a little. It's my first playthrough, and since I stream it, I want to be sure that I don't fuck up too much. I intend to make a full playthrough of this. So according to what I could read, and I didn't read that many spoilers. I try to avoid spoilers until I'm faced with a problem, and then I try to look up on the web for effects. But yeah, anyway, what I looked about Shadowrun Hong Kong was that oh yeah, you need to for the best ending possible, you need to talk to everyone in AoE. Did I get this one right? AoE? Fuck. I had it written down. Jeez. My bad. Anyway. Yeah, so from what I could find, you need to talk to all the NPCs in AoE after each mission. So, since I skipped that for the last 2 missions, I might have gimped myself a little. I hope it's just a little. So, from now on, I'm gonna start the stream for as far as Shadowrun is concerned by doing a round of NPCs. I'll do my shopping at the same time before I head out to the next mission, and I'll finish the stream with 1 mission because it's gonna take forever to talk to everyone. So that's what I was saying. Oh, and something else. I mentioned on Twitter that I had a surgery done. And I don't know if you can see, there's I think there's one here, there's another one here, another one in the back, small ones, and the biggest one is, no, I'm not going naked, I just need to find it with my fingers, and there we go, bit more up, bit more side, I don't know if you guys can see, so it's not that big, but when I touch it, I feel like my finger is going inside a hole of sort. So I mean it's healing nicely, thank the gods. But I don't know if I'm gonna be left with a scar because I had no stitches. The surgeon said that it was too small to apply stitches. So he just took some kind of pen. My bad. So he took some kind of pen. I mean, once he scalped a part of whatever he had to take out. In French, it's called a nevus, Nevus. That's how he called it. I don't know what it is. So anyway, he took a pen and he burned all the area with it to cauterize the wound. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be left with a scar or not, but hey, it should be okay. So, time for Shadowrun now, right? Let's continue where we left off last weekend, shall we? Alright, I think I'm not forgetting anything, but I guess we shall see. So, I'll start to the top left and I'll go counterclockwise or something like that, or like you know. Oh, and I think we have an optional which is taking some rest also to get a nightmare again. So we'll do that at the end, and after that nightmare, I'll double check a second time with the convo if there's nothing new with the convo afterwards. So we're gonna have to do the whole thing twice. Oh yeah, starting with the NPCs. Let's go downstairs first. Oh, let me double check. Oh, we had points with Nightshade, 9. My guess is they're gonna go into melee weapon. Not quite yet, but melee weapon dodge and leftovers. I'll increase willpower, I think. That's what I'll do. And gear wise, oh yeah, Emperor Sword. We have the medkit, the Dark Wagon and a medkit, so that's good. Cool. So, oh. What's the 304? Oh yeah, a new power. I think I grabbed. Yeah, I grabbed new powers. So magic resist. Oh, I took this one. That was 1k stride. So Shade 6 can move 2 squares faster each AP. Right. I think I took lightning strike too. So after a mission or two, I'll figure out which of these I'm gonna keep. Once I'm gonna trade for other powers. So, was there anything in the mission computer that wasn't done? New messages? Nope. Job directory. Okay. Those are the no pending job. Okay, so I grabbed everything. Let's access the BBS. Post pay data for sale. We don't have any, and there's no pay data to grab at this very moment. I mean, from those that we have put up for sale. Alright, so, look at that. Cute little robot. Huh. Alright, let's have a word with Rector. My friend, there's something that I would like to discuss with you. Something related to the Ares run that you recently accepted. Okay. There are men, former colleagues of mine, at that facility. I tracked them here from Russia. They are thieves. They stole my research, and I would very much like it back. Okay. Oh, before I finish with him, let me see which. What's the next mission we're gonna run? I think that's what it will be. I think. Okay, so the next run we're gonna do, hopefully tonight, is gonna be the Ares Asia Holding Complex. So let me go back to the game. Yeah, Ares Asia Holding Facility to plan the data. So that's the next. That's the run. I mean, that's the next run that we're gonna do. Hopefully tonight. Good. So they are thieves. They stole my research, and I would very much like it back. Serendipitously. I don't know what that words mean. Serendipitously. Come upon or found by accident. Fortuitous. Scientific discoveries are of related to or suggestion. Okay. So, come up or found by accident. I won't remember. I won't remember that word. I'm sorry, that's a mouthful. But it's still cool to. It's still cool to understand what the fuck they're saying. I now find myself in a position to recover what's mine and to visit justice upon the villains who stole it. But if I am to do that, I will need your help. In short, my friend, need you to bring me along on this job. Okay, so note to self, bring Raptor to Ares. Saturday, this is today. Cool. Taking notes once again, because by the time I'm done with all the convo, I won't remember that he needs to come along. Okay, of course, you'll be the first man on the train. Oh. Yes, of course, you'll be the first man on the train when we head out. Thank you, my friend. You will not regret this decision. I guarantee it. Well, I'm curious to see what you're good at. So, that's it? Okay. And is there anything new on this side? Oh, there's someone. Oh yeah, I get you. The ghoul, the man ghoul that we rescued, that we helped on our last run. Right. He's not pretty, but he does the job right. Welcome to my sanctuary, Shade 6. I apologize for lack of light, but as I did not need it, Gubbet took the bulbs for use elsewhere. How can I be of assistance? What do you think of the butthole? Yes, that's what I said, the butthole. They could have given another name to the boat that doesn't sound like butthole. Not my fault. I am shocked that it has not sunk and drowned us all, to be perfectly honest. But it is as much of a home than anywhere else I have stayed in Hong Kong, and I'm certain fewer people will stumble upon me and try to kill me. For now, it will suffice. Any thoughts on that last run? What do you expect me to say? You have allowed me to live, invited me to your home, or a boat, or if you prefer, and have given me a means to earn an income and use my particular set of talents. I am pleased with this. In addition, you allowed me to extract vengeance on those that had wronged me. To me, that says that you understand the nature of reputation and fear in the shadows. I look forward to working with you. Good. Is there anything else I can do for you? Of course! Oh! Was our purchase made for 174? Well, thank you! Thank you! I don't see the name though. So, well, thank you for the purchase. Let me see if I get. No, it doesn't say. Maybe maybe I don't have the whole thing set up properly. I'm not sure, but hey, thanks for the purchase. Yeah, where was I? Convo, yes. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the conditions. I need to talk about your condition, being a ghoul. As you wish, you are my benefactor, and as such, I yield to you. Ask then, I will do my best to answer. He's a ghoul, and he eats metahuman flesh, so yeah, he's like a danger for us, for the team. How do I know that the team is safe from you? Because I give you my word that I will not harm you or anyone else on the team. I am a man with a disease, not a mindless beast. My word is my bond. Okay, well, if he has the honor of a samurai, yeah, I know that. I can accept that. Good. I will hate to think there is lingering distrust between us. Yeah, I thought ghouls were animalistic predators. Well, usually in Shadowrun, ghouls are bad mojo. Most are, in the vast majority of cases. The infected become the crazed predators everyone sees on the nightly trade news. I bear the physical signs, but not the mental ones. A few escape that fate. Okay, no idea why. Got any explanation? There are others though. In Africa, there is a nation of ghouls. It is called Azamando. The intelligent ghouls in Azamando care for the ones whose higher faculties have been ravaged by the disease. Still, it's not a safe place to visit. No kidding. What makes you different? I am willful. Those with a strong sense of self, a chip on their shoulder, if you will, are always those that survived infection with their minds intact. I suppose I am selfish enough to have retained a possible semblance of my former humanity. Huh. Aside from being blind, how has it affected you? Aside from my hidden senses of smell and hearing, I am stronger, tougher, and more resilient than any mundane human. I can achieve feats of physicality that are normally restricted to adepts and those with extensive enhancements. Huh. These as well, as sharp as any small knife. I prefer my sword, but in a grapple they come in extremely handy, I guess. And those convo choices. Do you still need sleep? That's a good question, actually. Unfortunately, I do. I am not an undead creature of legend. If I manage to unlock the secret of rest without sleep, I will be certain to inform you. Yes, yes, please, if you find that secret, indulge me. I want to know. Holy shit, I want to know. I want to sleep. God, I want sleep. It seems like your condition has stabilized. Oh, just purchase the Humble Book Bundle AI for $1. Hey, sup, bro? Thanks for the purchase. Again? No? Is it? You got a bundle, I think, a week or two ago, right? Oh, it was the coding bundle. Ah, that's what it was. It seems like your condition has stabilized. For now, it has. I will not suddenly become a ravenous beast lurking in the hold of your ship. At least no more so than I already am. Okay, why did you pick the name Gateju anyway? Yep, all good. So how have you been, dude? Had a nice week? It was given to me. This is what the Japanese call ghouls, for the most part. I am vermin, I think shunned by polite society. To be hunted and slain for a bounty. My whole life is gone. It seemed as apt a name for the streets as any other I could choose. Yeah, I like that attitude. He turns the tables of power. Yeah, nice week. Pretty busy. Tell me about it. I'm behind on so many things. It's insane. But the fact that I keep my living room window open about roughly an inch, it's been helping me to breathe. Oh, and by the way, I finally found online on Amazon. I don't usually buy on Amazon.ca because it's a bit pricey, and I have better deals. I usually find better deals elsewhere, but the pre-filters for my HPA 100Cs, my air purifiers, I have 3 of them, 2 in the living room and 1 in the bedroom. I found a 2-pack of pre-filters, so for some reason I bought them last night, and they just shipped today, and it says the tracking says that the items are due to be delivered on the 18th, which would be tomorrow, on Sunday. I'm not sure I get it, but that being said, if I get my if I get those pre-filters tomorrow or Monday, I guess, next Wednesday, so Wednesday next week, I'll be able to change the pre-filter on my yeah, don't ask me. I mean, Canada Post doesn't even work on the weekend that I know of. I guess there's still trucks on the streets, but there's no mailman that comes to buildings, so I don't know how it's possible to deliver on a Sunday. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about that because I need to start breathing again. I should clean them. I should change them every month because it's so dusty in my place. One does not defeat the enemy solely by strength of arms. One must turn one's own weaknesses into strengths. It's an old and valuable lesson, too often forgotten. And that is from The Art of War from Sun Tzu, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that's what it reminds me anyway. Your armor is heavier than what most Shadowrunners wear, and more distinctive too. That is correct. It is the armor worn by the elite soldiers of the Renraku corporate military, the Red Samurai. Oh, he is wearing Renraku armor. Huh. Let's get corporate. Those are the Renraku Special Forces, aren't they? Correct. The most elite soldiers that the corporation can muster, trained to the highest and most exacting level possible. They are assigned only the most dangerous, difficult, and important missions, things other units would balk at even discussing. How do you manage to steal a suit of the armor? So, I did not steal it, it is mine. Oh. Oh. He is a... Oh. Okay. You were a Red Samurai? Indeed. For the entirety of my adult life, I was a member of the Renraku military, specifically the Red Samurai. That changed relatively recently. I feel the reasons are abundantly clear. Oh yeah, well, the fact that he became a ghoul, I guess. Hence, I still possess my armor, my sword, my training. They have served me well in both my previous life and in this one. Okay, did you grow up in a corporation? Oh, and by the way, this is the first time I talked to Geichu since I got him as a team member last Sunday, I think. Sunday last weekend. So there's gonna be a lot more convo to this guy than every other NPCs. Yes, in Keihanshin, the Kyoto Osaka Kobe sprawl. It is less populated than Neo Tokyo, but not by much. I grew up in East Kobe, where my father was posted in a Renraku complex. Okay, okay. You look like you haven't changed much. I mean, can't rub it in his face that you became a ghoul. I mean, how do you mean? I am unable to see which picture is being displayed. You're looking down at a city. Ah, it must be on Mount Maya. If I remember right, I gave better than I got in that fight. 3 against 1, but they were out of shape and cocky. I used to cause a lot of trouble when I was in school. My father was constantly raging that I had no sense of responsibility and that I needed to take life more seriously. The final straw was when he bailed me out of jail. That would have tried Raymond's patience too. Raymond's being your character's foster father, the guy that we're trying to rescue, find. That is the curse of fathers everywhere, to have their children give them ulcers. Especially true for high-strung authoritarian ones like Yasujiro. My friends and I stole a delivery van. It had a shipment of Shiawa's Simpsons decks, brand new, very expensive. We are going to fence them and use the money to take a trip to Okinawa. Are you familiar with what it's like to grow up in a corporate family? I know a thing or two about it, yeah. Then you understand how it is. Children are encouraged to participate in acts of vandalism against rival corporations. Unfortunately, we were caught by Shiawei's security, not Renraku. What did your father do next? That is a story for another time. Unfortunately, I still have a lot of arranging to do, and I doubt anyone else will be willing to be alone with me in a darkened room. Well, I don't know, right? I don't know about that. Come back later, we can discuss it further. Okay, if that's what you want. It is, and thank you again for your hospitality. So I couldn't ask. Oh, box of mementos that wasn't there earlier. Right. Ah, I see you have found my box of personal effects. Please feel free to examine whatever you like within it. Just take care to put them back when you are done. I do not own much, but the things I keep are very precious to me. They are all that remains of my former life. Okay, I think with a max, with a mask. Right. Expression, while kindly, is ambiguous and uncanny viewed from above. Okay. What's this wooden mask? Get you? It is a mask from the historical No play. Ikuta Atsumori. Okay. The face is that of a young samurai. Terra no Atsumori. I had a collection of a dozen or so No masks when I was younger. That is the last remaining one and my personal favorite. What's the play about? A young man travels with a priest who raised him to Ikuta Shrine to commune with the spirit of his father, Terra no Atsumori. The young man's father died at the Battle of Ichi-no-Tane when the son was only a baby, and he wishes to know who his father was. The pair stay the night in a small hut. In the night, the hermit in the hut explains that he is the ghost of Atsumori. Atsumori has been granted a brief reprieve from his time in the afterlife to meet his son. During the night, they speak of the battle in which Atsumori was killed, the history of the Terra family, and their philosophy. Atsumori fades into darkness as he finishes the tale of the Terra's downfall, just as the family itself faded into obscurity. So think we, yet oh that we might change this fragile dream of joy into the lasting love of waking life, says Atsumori before fading. It is a tale of sorrow, love, and the burden of war upon the dead and living alike. Oh. Ricard. Oh god. I can't read. Rick 7. I'm gonna call you Rick 7 if you don't mind. Thanks for following, dude. Thank you. Hope you have fun. Alright. The price one pays for war is not always in one's own blood alone, but in the shattering of one's own family. Cool. Thanks, man. If you have any questions about the game or anything, just feel free to ask away. Okay, why is it your favorite? A measure of civic pride, I suppose, and I like this story. Terra no Atsumori died at the Battle of Ichi-no-Tane, just outside Kobe. The play takes place primarily at Ikuta Shrine, which is located in downtown Kobe. In all cities in Japan, especially in Keihanshin, I have always felt there is a sense of history wherever one looks. The skyline may have skyscrapers and delivery drones, but the foundations are laid on the bones of the dead. I think it is important to remember their sacrifices and joys, sorrows and glories. This is why sometimes I worry that I am a sentimentalist at heart. So what's the difference between a normal play and no? I'm sure I'm screwing up with the pronunciation, but not actors wear those masks to cover their faces. The angle they hold themselves at changes the expression on the mask. So the acting is highly rigid and controlled. The entire performance is highly ritualized. There is no measure of improvisation allowed, only refinement of the prescribed form. Huh. The words are sung like a Western opera and accompanied by a set of musicians known as a hayashi. The hayashi keeps time with several drums, a flute, and a chorus in the Greek theatrical sense, I mean. Unfortunately, no is an unpopular art in modern times. I expect this is because all of the plays are conducted in classical Japanese, which is not comprehensible to the general public. I have heard that the creators of No, a father and son in the 14th century, took inspiration from magical rituals at Shinto shrines. It is said that by placing masks upon their face, the actors become possessed by the spirit of the character they play. There are worse fates, I think, than to embody the spirit of a tragic warrior like Atsumori. Put the mask back in the box. Examine the lacquered box. The box is a deep, glossy black cube. The edges and corners are rounded rather than sharp. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Huh, that thing. It's a beautiful set, but it is a shame that I am unable to make use of it. Surely you used to be able to. No, my handwriting has always been absolutely terrible. Can't be worse than mine. I swear. Whatever fanciful stories you may have heard of being able to tell a swordman's ability by his handwriting, I assure you that they are wrong. Alright. The set was a gift from a professor of Japanese literature. He appreciated my interest in the classics, the tale of the Heiki, the tale of Genji, the collection of 10,000 leaves, etc. I think he wished to encourage me to cultivate non-martial interests. I appreciated the gesture, but my attempts at fine calligraphy mostly resembled excited chickens prancing over paper, their feet soaked in ink. Okay, so we got the box, and we did the convo on here. Great, let's F5. Whoops, can't F5 while running. F5. There we go. Now, we're gonna have a word with Duncan. Hello, Duncan. You look different, Jane. Yes, because I called my character Jane Doe. Yeah. Do I? Yeah. Like I flip forward a few chapters instead of turning a page. I mean, you look like you, just not the you and you. Sounds like a sound lyric. No more sound lyrics for me. I gave up that dream a long time ago. Remember how Lockjaw used to make fun of my singing voice? He said I sounded like a frog with a hard on. Wait, he said I sounded like a frog with a hard on. What the fuck does that sound like? I don't think I want to know. Jesus. I thought my voice was distinctive. I mean, I'm no Maria Mercurial, but... So, what about you? How are you doing? Same as always. Why not? Yeah? I'm not convinced. You're different, Jane. You've grown, and you're good at running this crew, too. But there's something I still don't completely understand. What do you get out of being a Shadowrunner? Well, this is a complicated answer, if you ask me. It's about seeing the world how it really is, underneath the veneer. Yeah, it's all about the truth. The red pill. Yep, it's about the red pill. Most people don't want to know how the sausage is made. Yeah, shit's fucked up bad. You can't see it right there from the outside. No need to look beneath the casing to see what's inside. You're not gonna like it. Is he still talking about the sausages? And even if you're the type that needs to know, the type that can't help but look into the abyss, what do you get out of it? Odds are, you get nothing but a bunch. You get nothing but a much shorter lifespan. The trade-off doesn't really seem worth it to me. And at the end of the day, what are you? A Shadowrunner, a disposable asset, sinless, slithering through the cracks of society, doing jobs that are too dirty for the cops to do themselves. You don't even appear on a corporate balance sheet. You make it sound so unglamorous. Oh, I never said we didn't get to dress well. If you're gonna be someone's disposable asset, you might as well go out in style. Yep, that's right. You thinking about getting chromed up? With cyber? Oh my god, how many times are you gonna ask me that? Oh, at least a couple dozen more times. You always have the best reactions. I told you, one time, I was thinking about it when I was 13. Let it go. I'm not gonna pollute my body with that shit. You? This makes sense because as an adept, you don't really want to chop your essence, but the physical adept build that I'm running will have cyber, so let's go with this one. I'm saving up for something. No judgment here. Just don't put too much of that shit on your body. I've heard stories about folks who went too far with it, lost some of themselves. Yeah, he's talking about cyber zombies. When you drop your essence below 1, I think. Is it below 1 or below 0? In the PNP RPG, I can't recall. It's either below 1 or below 0, I can't recall. Or maybe it's down to 0. Well, I'd have to double check. No judgment here. Just okay, yeah, just What do you think about that last round? I don't know, Jane. I've had enough of ghouls for one lifetime. The Barons were full of them. Remember what the 162s did to that Aslander family that lived by the old town center? Remember how we found them? What? Okay. It's not the kind of thing you forget. Tooth marks in the bones and all that. Yeah, made my stomach turn. Nobody deserves to go out like that. I don't know, Jane. I don't think I'll ever get comfortable with having a goal on our crew. Come on now, don't be racist. Don't be like that. I guess if it was a good thing to help him. I guess it was a good thing to help him, though. I'd rather have a goal on the team than a goal obsessed with vengeance. Who knows what he would do to get it. Anyway, enough of that. Need anything else? I want to talk about you and me. Come on, Shade 6. Come on, Shade 6. Don't do this to me. Yeah. I guess now's as good a time as any. You start. Seems like Carter's death hit you pretty hard, because in the first mission in the intro, his colleague died with a headshot from a long-range sniper rifle. Yeah, like a dog. Yeah, she was a good one. We were a real team. Joining Lone Star helped me in all sorts of important ways, no doubt about it. I really embraced being a cop. I studied my ass off, but no matter how hard I worked, I was never more than a model cop with a brutal streak. A brutal streak. There were plenty of assignments that were perfect for a big, mean orc like me. Assignments that would have fed my need to hurt people. What I met Carter about a year in, and she changed things. She talked about values and goals and priorities and conducting the life that you want to live. She was a real trip. Yeah, she sounds wise. Huh, never thought about that word as a way to describe her. Wise. From an outside perspective, I guess you'd say that, but to me she was just grounded. She knew who she was, where she was going, and what got her there. Carter understood how the world worked, but compartmentalized it so she could focus on making a life for herself that made sense. She kept me focused. When Raymond asked me to meet him in Hong Kong, I had a feeling I was gonna wind up going off the reservation if I didn't bring Carter along. And now she's gone, and here I am. Oh. It should taste amazing, but I just brushed my teeth and fuck. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. We can handle it like we used to. I'll be the brains and you be the muscle. Huh. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, we can, and that's my instinct. But that's not what Carter would say if she were here. She'd say that the object of the game isn't to go backwards, it's to grow. But no matter what, you're leading this crew, and you get to make the calls. I just don't intend on going backwards. You're not acting like the Duncan Who that I grew up with. What made you decide to become a cop? I needed structure bad. You know that better than anyone. I was already hardcore when we met, Mr. Ultra-Violence. I'd do anything to get a rise out of the guy I was rolling with. Coaching highs, inverting knees, curb stomping. That shit got me cheers. I was like a pit fighter, bloodletting for the crowd, and I learned to enjoy it. but I never learned how to block out the memories of their screams when I was laying in bed at night. The guilt started eating me alive, and then I was scared to be alone with my thoughts. So I tried to drown them out with the things that you drown things out with. Okay. I remember you were pretty messed up when we met. Yeah, I was, but I got a lot better when we found a squad together, and even better later when we went to live with Ray. I was still a violent son of a bitch, but basically under control. That was because of you, Shade 6. You were the voice of reason and the brains. That sounds about right. Of course it does. When we ran the streets together, I was the muscle and you called the shots. You punted and I hit. But later, after Ray got me some counseling, I realized that I let you call the shots so that I wouldn't have to. Because I knew that what I wanted was wrong. By following your lead, I was deflecting my own guilt onto you. It was your decision, not mine. I could just knock heads and walk away clean, you know? Don't look at me, I'm just doing what I'm told. Yeah, and then you left. Without you there, I knew that I was in serious trouble. The poster boy for anger management issues. Raymond could provide a stable environment, a decent therapist, and money for prescriptions. But you know Raymond. He's an egghead engineer with a philanthropic streak, not a drill sergeant, and a drill sergeant was what I needed. I needed structure and discipline in a way that he couldn't offer me. I needed a cage to keep myself in line. So I found myself a cage, made of rules and procedures and training, Lone Star. Raymond helped me with my application and provided a decent character reference. I got in, and it helped a lot. Lone Star got me where I needed to be, and now it's all gone, and you're back. You've been waiting a long time to ask me about the night I left, haven't you? I guess I have, yeah. It's about what you were doing before you got thrown to that corp facility. You said you couldn't tell me where you were going, that it was on a need-to-know basis. I get that, but how did it go? Can't tell you that either. What were you say, Jane? Do you ever think about when we were kids? I try not to. What are you talking about exactly? The Squat in the Barrens, on Leary Way. Not least of all, we're not exactly talking about an idyllic yacht here, Jane. Still, it was better than being on the streets. Sleeping in dumpsters, running from ghouls, fighting over scraps, and defending your territory. If we hadn't found that the place on Leary, found Lockjaw and Doubletree, we probably wouldn't be here. Why were you thinking about back then? I don't know. Guess I was thinking about anywhere but Hong Kong. Yeah, well, going back in time isn't uncovering a lot of great memories for me. We were living between the red hot nukes and the 162s. Crazy ass dwarf anarchist on one side and flesh-eating ghouls on the other. Those are the days that you long for? Long for? No. I was thinking that it's the same now as it was back then. Survive and watch each other's back. Yeah, I know. Let's talk later. Yeah, later will be good. Don't get me wrong, catching up is nice, but I'm not used to being as social as this. That's one of the reasons why it was so nice to work under Carter. We both appreciated long silences. I'll clear out then, give you your personal space. Thanks. I'll bask in it. Oh, and good talk, Jane. I'll catch up with you later. Okay, so that was half the crew. That was half the team. Let's have a chat with the other half, shall we? Gubbet. There we go. Hello, Gubbet. How's it been? This is the shaman. Hey, Shade 6. Oyster. Are you trying to kill me? I don't eat seafood. I mean, I'm a pescatarian, so I basically eat veggies and fish, but no meat. But I don't do seafood. I just can't. That's on me. Kill you? I'm offering you a gift of friendship. Come on, eat the oyster. No thanks. Disgusting. I can't. I just can't think about it. Ugh. Suit yourself. So, are you here for a reason? How do you like life here on the butthole? It's fine. Shipping up. Having new roomies is always nice. Are you enjoying your cabin? Comfy enough for you? It isn't half bad. Better than some of the places I squatted in back in the Barrens. I've heard stories about the Redmond Barrens. Sounds like a real winner of a place. Kowloon isn't any better, of course. But at least our little slice of home is safe. And that sounds weird. That's true. It's handy having a mob boss on your side. Yeah, Andy. Auntie Chang is definitely that. Don't know if I'd say that she's on our side though. Most likely she's on her own side, but... Yeah, I know what you mean. Of course you do. Let's change the subject, huh? I'd rather not think about the old woman right now. Oh, thank the gods. You know, the Butthole is a pretty mediocre name for a ship. Ever consider changing it? Yeah, sure. Consider it a bunch of times. I never really cared enough to actually do it, though. You wanna call her something else? I'm open to it. Jesus, thank you! Maybe we can rename the thing. The Big Texas. That's what we're calling her. No. Kraken. Huh. The Wagger Impress. Doesn't ring in bell. The Revenge. The Defiance. Huh. That's pretty sweet. Alright, I want a strong name. How about the Defiance? Hi, Captain. The Defiance it is. Yeah, that's really not bad. I think that the others will be happy with it. Oh, no more buttholes. Thank God. Oh my God. Any thoughts about that last run? I don't get the womp ones. I really don't. Isabel is about as close as I usually get to their particular flavor of crazy. You'd think with all the technology and backup, they'd have been smart enough not to stiff a red samurai on payment, much less a girl. I don't know, for smart people, they seem pretty dumb to me, yeah. I'm not sure about inviting that girl into our boat, but I can't say I'm gonna lose any sleep over the elder dyings. We live and die by reputation out here. Anybody dumb enough to pull a stunt like that on a girl, they might be dumb enough to have tried it on us. I just hope we made the right decision. Of course we made the right call. So, what else did you want to chat about? Okay, you said that you'd teach me how to be a better Shadowrunner. I'm here to collect. Yeah. Still remember that, do you? Huh. I just sort of assumed that you'd lot that off. No dice. Wizard Mentor. You offered. Now pay up. Okay. How about this? I tell you a story about a run gone bad. You tell me what you'd have done in the runner's place, and then we'll compare notes on your answer. How does that sound? Works for me, I guess. Okay, so this is a story from early in my career. I was part of a team here in Hong Kong, but I did some occasional moonlighting for another group based off of Macau. I was a busy kid. Go on. The job was a hit on this tower, sort of a thread multiplex / apartment complex. I'm sure that they've got them in Seattle too. You know the kind. 7 huge screens, monster concession stand, coffin apartments on top like barnacles on a wall. Never been to one, but I've heard of them. Let's go with that one. Good. You know what I'm talking about then. Not really, but you know, I'm gonna play along. Our client wanted us to break into one of the apartments. The story was that an ex of hers, a guy named Bugs. Okay. Anyway, lived there. She'd been cooped up with him until about a week prior. Then things went sour in a big way. She wanted us to get back some things that Bugs kept when he kicked her out. Scared the shit out of him, bloody him up a bit, make him look like a robbery. Make it look like a robbery. You know the drill. It was a standard smash and grab then. My bad. Yeah, it was a pretty bush league gig, but the pay was decent enough. Not the sort of thing you'd turn down. So anyway, Sibilance, that was our group leader, had a plan. We knew that we had to go in quiet because the Metroplex had a panic system wired directly to the HKPF. If we'd gone in shooting, we'd been drowning in cops within 10 minutes. Oh, I forgot something. I forgot to tweet that I'm live. Great. That's done. I'm sorry about that. Back to the game. Sim thought that we could maybe take advantage of the apartment's durable soundproofing and kick in Bugs' door when the movie got loud. We'd camp out near his doorway, wait for the ceiling to start raining plaster, then smash our way in with his neighbors none the wiser. Yeah, there's no way that would work. I don't know. It might have if things had gone different, but it's what we did. So pipe down and let me tell you the rest of the story. Okay. So we waited in the hall, just like Sibilance planned. We had a guy on the elevator, another at the stairs. I was waiting by the floor's communal kitchen. Sib took up a position by the door. She had these saber legs that she dumped a ton of nougat into. Hydraulic jacks, string enhancement, the works. Girl could probably leg press a dump truck. Huh. come to think of it, most of our plans involve kicking things. There's something a little sad about that. So she had a leg fetish of sort. Oh man. Okay. Focus, Gobet. Focus. Right, the story. Right. So, we heard a boom from downstairs, felt the walls shake with the reverb. Sib wheeled back and gave the door a massive kick, just as she'd planned. From where I was standing, I could really see what happened next. I could hear a massive crack as her boot slammed into Duraplast. The door flew off its hinges, exploded off. Might be a more accurate phrase. A second later, we heard an ungodly crash. There was a moment of silence, then Sib let out this little gasp. The apartment was in shambles. It looked like a hurricane had hit it. Everything was trashed, everything but the door, which was miraculously still in one piece. Okay. Remember that this was a coffin apartment. It wasn't much wider than the door was to begin with. And Bugs, well, what was left of him was under the door, too. Those convo choices, I swear. Well, you got the rough him up part right. Yeah, unfortunately, he wound up a lot rougher than he was supposed to be. That door really did a number on him. Ribs sticking out of the skin, that kind of thing. It was a bloody mess. So, yeah, Bugs was dead. The stuff that we'd been sent to the apartment recover had been smashed to bits. And then the building alarm went off. No kidding. So that's the situation. Our payday is smashed. My temporary teammates are all standing around with stupid looks on their faces. The cops are coming. I'm standing by the kitchen. What would you have done in my place? I mean, after the shit went out? Okay, let me have a look at those. I think the fourth one is the one that makes most sense. Yeah, I'd have tried to improvise. Too many contraption with the word, in my opinion. Was there anything in the kitchen you could have used to resolve the situation? Good thinking. As it happens, there was, and I knew just what to do with it. The thought popped into my head, and I just went with it. Huh. That's a lesson to remember, shit sticks. The first answer that you come up with is almost always the best one you're gonna have. So just roll with it. Don't second guess yourself. Don't hesitate. Just act. You'll live longer that way. Got it. Now, when I think crowded theater, I think places where you can't shout fire because it'll cause a panic. And then I thought, cops don't charge into burning buildings. They help people get out of them. And as it happened, I had the means to create real, genuine fires sitting right across from me. A pair, a pair of industrial ovens. You set the building on fire? I encouraged it to burn. Opened the gas vents wide, set the range on a timer, and muttered back into the hallway. The others had started arguing amongst themselves. I told them to snap out of it and follow me down into the lobby. We had to clear the hallway before an errant spark took the whole floor out. Well, sometimes you've got to play with fire, right? Unfortunately, the rest of the group wouldn't listen. Sib and the rest of the team were too busy arguing about the relative merits of her "let's kick things really hard and see what happens" tactical system to want anything to do with me. I shouted back to them that the kitchen was going to explode and continued down the hallway. Oh, so you just killed your whole team then? Is that it? Just like I'd planned, I got out of that run in one piece. So did every single one of the people in that Mitzblix. My fire plan worked beautifully. If the rest of the team had listened to me, they might have gotten out of the building too. Kind of a bummer that they didn't. But at least the run turned out well for me. Huh. How? Well, I couldn't collect any pay because the run had been a disaster, but after the explosion I got to ride in the front of the fire truck, and they gave me cookies and a blanket. And I wound up dating one of those firemen a few weeks later. Kabet. All things considered, it could have gone a lot worse. Yeah, for you maybe. So, Shade 6. Tell me, what was the moral of this story? What lesson was I trying to convey? Oh man, Jesus. Go with your gut, I guess. I know, right? Oh, that's right. Trust your impulses and don't be afraid to wing it. Almost any action is better than no actions at all. Well, that part is right. Once you've committed to doing something, you've got to follow it through, though. No arguing or hand-wringing. Just do it. Yeah, second guessing yourself is an one-way ticket to failure. If you get caught up in your own head, agonizing over past mistakes, well, don't be surprised if you wind up dead. A kitchen fire can take you down as easily as a cop's bullet, but if you stand around and let it... Are you certain that Sibilance and the rest of the Macao team are dead? They weren't with me when I got evacuated with the rest of the moviegoers. I never saw them leave the building, and I haven't heard from them since. But she never saw them die, so they could still be alive, right? I guess it's possible that somebody made it, but I don't really run in those circles anymore. Odds are good that if anyone from the Macao team did survive, they'll have died off by now from sheer incompetence. Shadowrunning is an unforgiving business. You don't get to make too many mistakes. Tell me about it. Oh, man. Well, I hope that took care of the rest of the toothpaste I had in my mouth. Jesus Christ, toothpaste and orange juice, they don't mix well. It's a shame because that's Tropicana juice and it's fucking amazing. Usually, without toothpaste. Did any of the stuff in that story actually happen, or did you just make it up for my benefit? Shit 6, I'm hurt. It all went down exactly like I said it did. Oh, I'm sad now. I was hoping it was a joke. Oh boy. Well, except for a couple of embellishments here and there, but they make it a better story, artistic license and all that. Hate to break it to you, kiddo, but I'm beat. It's been a long day. Lesson's over for now. We'll pick it back up next time. Alright, Gibbet. I'll catch you next time. Yeah, sounds good. I have your next session ready and waiting, too. Scurry along now. Your mentor needs a rest. Kids nowadays, right? Alright, Isabel, you're up. Hello, Willem there. It's good to see you again. Oh, she's jacked in and she speaks to us through her deck. Nice avatar. That's a good look on you, isn't it? I've spent months customizing this avatar. She feels more real to me than my own skin. You really feel at home in the Matrix, don't you? You look happy in there. I suppose that I am. It's a comforting thing. As long as I am jacked in, I can be whoever I want to be. Whatever I want to be. Out there in main space, I usually feel uncomfortable in my own skin. I probably just live in here if I could. I've heard about deckers who've tried it. It never turned out well. Dehydration is a bad way to go. I know, and of course I was joking, but truth be told, I do spend most of my time out there wishing that I were back in here. If you were a decker, you'd feel the same. It's hard to live in a cage of meat when you know how sweet it feels to leave your body behind. Speaking of which, I don't know if I talked about it earlier, but for some reason I ended up googling stuff, random stuff, and I found that AR glasses were now a thing. I repeat myself, AR glasses as in augmented reality glasses. So glasses with a kind of 3D overlay, or if you want, when you play a game, you have a new eye on your display. So you have the screen, which would be your field of view, which could compare to your field of view, and then the like the minimap and the ammo and stuff, and the chat that you get, and I guess you could add the character sheet that can pop up, all that part of the UI. Well, that's what you can have in real time, in real life, with those AR glasses. Google has some, I think Apple has some, and there's a few other brands too, and I was like, oh my fucking god, is this real life? Well, apparently it is. So Shadowrun is coming to IRL, and yep, we are officially in the future, guys. Just wanted to leave it out there. So it's funny. Google augmented reality glasses if you want. You're gonna be impressed. I'm gonna type it in chat. Yeah, you Google, you type that in Google, and you see what I mean. It's fucking unbelievable. It's amazing. I think it's amazing. I didn't check the price though, and I don't want to know yet. But it's fucking cool. I love the idea. So. Wait, the ambient noise is a bit loud to me, so I'm gonna drop the ambient noise a bit, just a tad. Here, that should be okay. Oh, instead of that, I should just drop the massive volume a bit. There we go. Yeah, have you had have you looked into it a bit, dude? Is it still loud? I'm gonna drop it a little again if it's still too loud. Here. Just give me a moment. There's a 20-second delay, so I'm just gonna wait until I hear myself. And now, what does it sound like? I think it's a bit better. So if it's still too loud, please let me know. I'll tune it down a bit more. But in my ears, it sounds better. So I'll wait until... You know, Shade 6, I've been thinking about the question you asked me a little while back. The one about the walled city. The one that I dodged. Yeah, I remember. Look, I wasn't trying to cheat you out of your answer. I want you to know that. It's just that talking about the walled city is problematic for me. I understand. I grew up in the parents. I know how hard it can be to talk about this stuff. Yeah, it's better now. The ambient volume. No, it isn't that. I'm not explaining myself correctly. It isn't that I'm tortured by bad memories or anything like that. The problem is that I can't remember my childhood. Okay, the walled city, the entire chapter of my life, is nothing but a blur to me. I can give you general information about life on the inside, but the specifics of my own experience are gone. Good, good, good. If it goes louder and I just don't realize it because I have only one here, I mean that's the headset I'm using, right? So it helps me hear the ambient sounds around here. So if someone knocks on the door, or if there's gunshots outside or something, it's good for that. And it makes it easier to take the earphone and just check if the volume is still okay with feedback, to get feedback from the stream in real time. I can give you general information about life on the inside, but the specifics of my own experience are gone. Huh, but what? Gone, what do you mean gone? Do you have amnesia or something? Something like that. There were a variety of factors in play. The upshot of all this is that there are things that I can tell you about, but only a few, and only in bold strokes. Don't expect any personal stories. I couldn't share them even if I wanted to. So, if that's okay with you, if you'll be satisfied with trivia and your band legends, then we can talk. Just say the word. Otherwise, well, at least now you know why. Okay, let's start with the start, shall we? How did you lose your childhood memories? Well, I know I can't recall anything before I was 6 years old, 6-ish. Yeah. But, so how did you lose your childhood memories? I'd rather not go into it, it's personal. Suffice it to say that I've never missed them, at least not until now. Okay, well maybe she'll open up later. That wasn't an answer. What happened to you? Nothing that I didn't ask for. Now please, drop it. Okay. Give me what you can about the Wild City. At this point, anything would help. Alright. I can do that. Oh. Yeah, it tastes a bit better now. A bit. Just a bit. And if you'll excuse me. Alright. When there's too much dust in the air, I tend to have a runny nose, and that's fucking annoying, but yeah, that's how it is. So, when I think of the Walled City, the thing that stands out the most in my mind is the legends, the mythology of the place. If I hadn't lived with them, I might have found those stories fascinating. Did you know that Kowloon, Walled City, is supposed to be cursed? That's what the locals believe. We had ghost stories and everything. Ghost stories? I miss It's Get Academic so much. Our own homegrown legends about things that haunted the Walled City. Demons from another place. The Yama Kings. Wait, the Walled City is possessed by demon? No, not really. It'd probably be easiest to think of the Yama Kings as urban legends, our own little pantheon of monsters and morality tales. Tall tales about things with claws and to frighten ourselves with at night. The stories are still clear in my mind, even after everything that happened. Everyone in the Walled City believed them. You can get out of the Walled City if you make a deal with Fu Mang. Cut the herds from the 44 people closest to you and bring them to him. Wait, what? You can get out of the Walled City if you make a deal with Fu Mang. Cut the herds from the 44 people closest to you and bring them to him. He will reward you with riches. Oh, shit. That doesn't sound feng shui at all. Don't go under that arch or Kanya will catch you. She'll rip out your teeth, tie your tongue in a knot, and make you her slave for eternity. Okay, those are superstitions. We had Qi Xiang, our own homegrown judge of souls. People would let themselves be flayed alive in hopes that he'd reawaken them in a better life. And we had Namvi, the Ebony Queen, would teach you to hide so well that you'd slowly mutate into a cockroach. It's all bullshit, of course, but everybody in the Walled City believed it. If you're so convinced that these things are myth, why does everyone in the Walled City believe in them? Because they're an excuse. My parents and neighbors, their whole generation, invented the things to explain away their own failings. I can't get ahead because demons are keeping me down. Woe is me, woe is me. It's almost embarrassingly transparent when you really look at it. Line V turning people into cockroaches? For the love of God. Cockroaches. Yes. It's just Kafkaesque trope layered into a multitude. Okay. Kafkaesque. Fuck. Kafkaesque. S-Q-U-E. Okay. Characteristic of reminiscent of the oppressive or nightmarish qualities of Franz Kafka's fictional world. Franz Kafka's fictional world. Okay, I'm gonna read more into it later. I'm so clueless right now. Back in the game. Okay. Chi Xiang is just an abyss with a different coat of paint. And you know what another and you know that archway that I mentioned, the one that Quenya was supposed to haunt? I knew someone who found it. There was nothing on the other side but concrete. Okay. It's all superstitious drivel, Shade 6. The misery in the walled city isn't the fault of demons or devils. We created it, and we perpetuated it. We blamed made-up monsters for our own failings. There's nothing more pathetic than that. Okay, yeah, here's a good one. What about the shared dreams? How do you explain those away? I don't know. Mass psychosis or maybe something magical is going on. But it isn't them. They aren't real. They can't be. Anyway, that's enough for now. Huh? I'm sure that gives you plenty to chew on. My obligation to give you an answer is satisfied, I think. So let's talk about something else. Can you think of anything else that at all that might help us? I don't know, maybe. I'll put some thought into it. On second thought, maybe I do have an idea. Are you open to taking on more work? Oh, you got a run for us? That depends on the nature of the job and the size of the payday. Yeah, of course it does. This would be a small job, a side gig for me, outside of the scope of the work that Auntie Cheng brings you. As for the payday, I think I've got a line on some software that could help us. I can't get to it on my own though. It's a two-person job at least. What kind of software? It's kinda hard to explain. It'd be easier for me to just show you, but trust me, it'll help. I have the run all planned out already. I've done the legwork. I know the location. I know the target. Just say the word and I'll send everything I have to your mission computer. You can look it over, with it, and decide what you want to do. Alright, deal. Send the file. Hey, here's a new run. That's cool. So at least we know that we didn't screw up the Isabel how can I say this, story tree, can I say it like that? Because I did skip convos for 2 runs in a row, but as far as Isabel is concerned, she's okay, and same with the Russian guy monsters. Done. You'll find the pertinent documents waiting in your inbox. If you decide to accept the mission, just check the box in the message documentation and I'll ping my comlink, and it'll ping my comlink automatically. Alright, can't wait to find out what this is all about. I'm sure that the briefing I sent you will satisfy your curiosity. Trust me, Shade 6. This is a good job with a solid plan behind it. You'll see as soon as you've read it. And speaking of which, you should go do that now. Say no more. I'll go check it out. Fantastic, I can't wait to hear what you think. Okay, well, I just want to know something. Ah, fuck. Ah, that's what I wanted. Good. Any thoughts about that last run? No, sorry. Checking into the octopus is how I relax after a long day of work. Some people go to sports bars or strip clubs. I do this. As a rule, I don't spoil my leisure time with shop talk. But we are already talking shop, aren't we? There's a difference between the job and our lives. It's after hours, and I don't want to talk about work. So if you don't mind changing the subject. Alright, never mind. To buy in time, yes, I will. Because we live in the same butthole. Ah, now we did change the name of the place, right? The hell am I doing now? Okay. Wrong room. So, mission computer, let's activate that run. I just want to check your box for new messages. Job offer from Isabel, yes. If you're watching this, you decided to listen to my job offer. That's a good thing. I wasn't convinced that you would. Our target is a local decker, a former 1 point in the Matrix. His name is Rambus. He has the software that we need. Unfortunately, he's unassailable from the Matrix, and nobody knows where he lives in Meatspace. But I know where he's going to be. There's an event coming up in Rambus. Can't afford to miss. He might already be on his way there. As you're reading this message, deckers from all over Asia, white hat and black hat alike, are converging on the Harbor Spires Hotel. This year, Harbor Spires is hosting DeckCon, Hong Kong's largest annual decking convention. A decking convention, oh man. Rambus is going to be there, and that gives us an opportunity. We're going to hit the convention, find him in Meatspace, and get the software we're forming. And we're going to do it quietly. Enclosed you will find a copy of the plan that I'm working out for the run, presented in bullet point format. Everything should be fairly straightforward. I will provide you and one other runner of your choice with visitor passes for the convention. I will proceed ahead of you using my own guest badge. I will head in the women's lavatory on the first floor. You will enter via the kitchen and procure me a uniform from the catering staff. Please be sure that the uniform is size 4. Okay. We will rendezvous. I will change into the uniform, and using it, I will infiltrate the administrative wing of the 6th floor. You will proceed into the convention hall and await further instructions. Using the admin computer, I will identify Rambus via his guest registration form. I will upgrade your badge to VIP status, granting you access to the VIP wing of the hotel. You will tell Rambus that he has been granted VIP status and offer to escort him to a complimentary hotel room. You will escort him to a room that I designate and hold him there. I will drag out of the Matrix and make my way from the admin wing to your room. We will intimidate Rambus, beat the tar out of him until he gives us the software. We'll tie and gag Rambus and stuff him into a storage closet. We will not be gentle. It's okay if we start crying. It's okay if he starts crying. Actually, please prioritize this. I want to see tears. Software and Tao. We will make our escape. Okay. She wants to see him cry. That's sad and funny at the same time. Oh man. See, that guy must be one of her exes. That's my guess. That's my guess. Yeah, I guess we'll see. See, it's a simple plan, just like I said. We should be able to get through it without firing a shot. So, will you do it? Will you help me to get the software I need? Yeah, take the run. Of course I take the run. Excellent. I knew that I could count on you. Set it up, Shade 6. This is going to be fun. Okay. Alright. So, we are gonna go to DeckCon. So, let me just double check the... the walkthrough over here, see if I can see DeckCon. Oh, yeah. So I'm following that walkthrough just to make sure to minimize the chances that I miss anything, or to optimize the chances to find everything. So DeckCon will be not the next run, but it's gonna be the next run after the next run. It's gonna be the run after the next run. Make sense? So we're gonna try to do one run tonight or tomorrow night, because I think that it's getting late. Oh yeah, I'm almost 2 hours. Jesus. Okay. So I guess we'll see, depending on what time it is once I'm done catching up on convo. Okay, now, what is the ship called? Is it still the Butthole? Yes! Oh my god! The Butthole is no more! Man, I'm so happy. This is Defiance. You see, things like that in a game are really appreciated. By me, anyway. So, I'm gonna do this guy, then counterclockwise, then I'll come back, and I'll finish with the magic shop, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just gonna F5 again, just in case something happen. You never know. And speaking of which, I need an F5 command. So, yeah. Okay. Whoops. So, in my to-do list, I'm gonna make an F5 command. So if I... Whoops, where's the game? The game is here. There we go. Spartachan, how have you been? It's been so long, a whole week. Right? So, welcome back. You decide you needed something after all. Oh yeah, he was talking to someone. I mean, we talked to him last weekend, Sunday night, and we started part of the convo. We interrupted him while he was talking to someone else. So yes, we'll go with that. Who is the good-looking elf? He's my lawyer. He's my liar. Lawyer? Lawyer. Lawyer. Young. Or liar, I should say, since he's another Blue Lantern and is part of the Sync crew. I don't do a lot of things that are legal in the strictest sense. It helps to have a good lawyer, you know? For most Shadowrunners, getting caught is the end of their career. Well, see, there we go. If you had a good liar, that wouldn't be a problem. Saves you a world of trouble, woman. Most of the time, cut means dead for us. Yeah, that's what happens to Shadowrunners when they fuck up around. Bad. Well, then your liar can make sure your inheritance goes to the right people, huh? Yeah, right. This one time, we had to cause a big fuss and make sure it pointed at the Red Dragon Syndicate. We ran into one of their protection rackets and started causing all kinds of a fuss. Breaking windows, setting fires, roughing up patrons. Yang told us to wait and get arrested. Problem was, there was a vice squad that really wanted us caught and thrown into jail. We'd embarrassed them a few times already. Oh yeah, because Spider Cham used to run Shadows too. Turns out, he'd used a Decker contract to make sure to swap a bunch of public recording so that traffic camera would conclusively show us somewhere else and arriving at the last minute. He also made sure the vice squad that arrested us was cited for failing to file the proper paperwork on a bunch of previous cases. The squad got canned. We got let go. It was a thing of beauty. Huh. Okay. Getting some new pets in? They're not pets. They're an investment. I can make antivenom serums from them, or I can use the raw venom to accomplish tasks that would otherwise be too messy and loud. Wait, you're an assassin? When I'm paid to be, yes. Most of the time, no. But sometimes Grandfather Woe has a problem that needs a permanent solution. I can solve those problems, and I prefer to have a wide array of tools to work with. It's like this. Yes, I can hurt people, but I can also heal them. I learned to heal with my medicine before I learned to hurt. When you learn how the body works, you learn how to break it, as well as fix it. It's like a mechanic and a car engine. If you know how to fix it, you know how to disable it. That sounds about right. Alright, let's have a look at the stuff again. There's so much stuff that I want I can't afford. We have what exactly? That unforged katana looks cool, but it's so costly. Look at that price. Look at those prices. It's insane, man. Oh god. I'm gonna have to skip on so much stuff. Oh, mystical armor is one of the passive power. It's one of the powers that I want. Counter Strike, I'm not sure, and you see I don't meet the requirement just yet. Quick Strike. It shares cooldown with Lightning Strike. I think I have that one. Martial Defense. Owned. Okay, we own them. Okay, I don't think there's anything new from last weekend, so we'll leave it at that. We'll catch you later, Chan. Next in line is the weapon guy, I think. Yep. Okay, doesn't. People don't realize that you gotta check for internal weapons as well as external ones. Oh my god! Are we talking about the rubber glove treatment? Psh. No, nothing so crude. You just need the right technique. Matter of fact, I caught a guy just last week with a phosphorus grenade in his leg compartment. Huh, what did you do? Disarmed him, of course. Got it back behind the bar now. I'm gonna blow it off in the river. impress some girls. You're looking for a part down yourself? A pat down. I'll be good, I promise. You break the promise and I break you. Now what do you want? Are you running any business on the side? Nah, I may take the occasional payment to look the other way or be in the can when a fight breaks out, but I have enough on my plate that I can't really take on much else. Training, you see, I love what I do, but you get to work hard to stay in peak condition. I've also got some next steps in mind, so I'm working even harder toward that. Big plans. Just wait and see. There's still a taste of toothpaste. Jeez. Yeah, usually I have food to eat, so the toothpaste runs up pretty fast. I also play the drums. Oh, the guy is a drummer. So the bouncer is also a drummer. Okay. Why are you searching some people and letting others in? This is a private club. There's three kind of people highlighted. Members, guests of members, and people who make a good case. The latter two get a really good search before they go in the door, unless they're with Kandi Cheng or the Emperor of Japan or something. I don't care if someone has a cyber spur or a holdout pistol or whatever, but we can't have serious weapon on non-members inside. Mass sells some big stuff, but she put electronic trigger locks on her merchandise until they're out the door, so people don't get dumb ideas. Huh. Good business practice, if you ask me. This is a no assassination safe zone. Serious weapons go into the weapon check unless you're a member. That way, if a big firefight ever breaks out, the members will have the upper hand. Huh. We keep the killings very rare. Most happen when some members get all fried up and decide to settle a score with box cutter or something. So, I'm a member now? You work for Kingley as a Shadowrunner, no less. That makes you a member. Oh, we're special! Remember the rules, no fighting unless you know. It comes down to that, and you're ready to skip off the concrete. No killing either. If you've got legitimate killing business, go do it somewhere else. People come here to have a good time. Got it. Good. I know he's a member of the family, so I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, I'm gonna go straight quick because. Hey there, Chief. What's cracking? Oh, he's a new guy. Not a whole lot. I'm Change 6. Oh, look at that cute elf dancing. Nice to meet you, community. Brad, freelance shaman. You're kind of freelance, if you know what I mean. The Shadowrunner type. How do you know I'm a Shadowrunner? Are you kidding me? Everybody around here knows about you. I guess they don't get a lot of foreigner who move in and immediately start cozying up to the local yellow lettuce sandal. The rest of us have to show up here and hope somebody needs a higher gun. What kind of shaman are you, Kill? The kind with shotgun and a penchant for bad luck? Ha, I kill myself, seriously. No, Coyote guides me. What's Coyote like? He's happy-go-lucky, willing to take life as it comes. You gotta ride the waves, and the universe will take care of you, you know. Can't fight what's fated to be, but you can bend the rules if you're smart. Okay, it's like someone that are like that, like me. Like most shamans, I felt this call when I was a teenager. It's still loud, right? Yeah, it's still a bit loud. I mean, it's not deafening loud, but it's still tad loud. Jesus, man. How about that? I think it's okay. Well, it's a little less loud than it was, so I guess it's gonna be okay. But they should fix the audio so that it doesn't go all over the place all the time. It's annoying. Like most shamans, I felt this color when I was a teenager. I'd be running with a local gang, trying to scrape together enough money not to starve. One day we were having a desktop with the black hammers, and I just felt this force. It welled up in me, and the next thing I knew, their knives just bounced off my skin. Things being what they are, I decided making some real money was in order. I ditched the gang and started hiring myself out to whoever ordered the most annoying. It's all I've ever done, but I'm good at it. You're not likely to find many better, in fact. Your accent sounds North American. Sure it is. Born and raised in Federal Way, Seattle Metroplex. Not as bad as the Redmond Barons, but still at the hellhole. Kinda miss the big grey Northwest, but I guess being swamped by monsoons here in the Fez is pretty similar. Less acid in the rain though. Why'd you leave? Things were getting pretty heavy for me. There was a big blowout with the Universal Brotherhood. See? The UB, that's what we had to deal with in Shadowrun Returns. With a lot of bad magic going on, I decided it'd be okay to lay low out here until things calm down. I think I might be here longer than I expected, though. Cash isn't coming as fast as I like. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I'm just gonna start the coffee now, and yeah, if I want to keep going a bit longer. Jesus. I think I might be here longer than I expected, though. Cash isn't coming as fast as I'd like. What did you think of AOE? Frankly, I hate it. The walled city gives me the creeps, big time. Something is seriously wrong with that place, and I don't mean in that it's a slum kind of way. What's your step if you have to go in there? What kind of wrong is it, then? There's something off with the walled city's aura. Something in the restaurant is just sick there, but I can't tell what. It's like all that misery and pain is just building on itself. Every misery empowers all the other miseries there. I'd say you couldn't pay me to go in there, but you probably could. I massacre for a payday. Alright, talk to you later, Node. Stay safe, okay? You know where to find me. Okay. And come on. Oh man. Calum Cafe. Oh yeah, he's one of the dealers. They're gonna beat you when you're sober. I agree, they intend to work that. Okay. So that's it? Okay. Back again, there's just another ship passing in the night, huh? You're a sailor? Sailor? Once was, a long time ago, but now I'm forever at bars. Sounds like you miss it. Do I not strike you as the kind of baseline nightlife? Oh, my vision is blurry. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I think 2018 is gonna be the year I'm gonna change my glasses. I've had those for a while now, and I think that I'm getting old and I need new glasses. Yeah, sad but true. So anyway, it's gonna be a pair of Canars or Esdilor. I can't recall the name properly, but it's a Canadian concurrent to Canars with the same kind of tech to work on computers, which was I do all the time. You look more like you want to bash the house speakers with those pins. Now, there's an idea. So, how can I help you? What was it like out in the ICs? Better than when I was younger. Things were simpler then, if not terribly profitable. Got my start on fishing trawlers. Just barely scraping by. Good folk though. Over the years, I made a name for myself, as one does. Got more irregular work on better crews. Eventually earned a spot on a tugboat. Spent the bulk of my years crewing ocean-going tugs for Wuxing. The big ships, the tankers, the bulkers, the container ships, the seabed miners are all run by technical crews and computers now. On the smaller merchant boats, there's still a little seafaring left, but not much. But on the tugs, the supply boats, the salvage craft, that's where there's still a place for old-time sailors. It matters if you can wrap a cable on the winch in 30-foot seas, they rig a diesel engine and keep a boat on course with just the wheel and the binnacle. After the bridge windows all blown out, it was a hard life, but good. Why the change of vacation? Why does a man give up drinking, or sell his strike, or throw out his porn collection? Throw out your porn collection? Are you kidding? For a woman? Oh, I see. But what if the woman is into porn also? I mean, you can share porn with your girl, right? Of course. And I had me one hell of a woman. Still do. This place was her dream, a business, a home for us together. Hard to deny the worth in that, no matter how much I miss what I once had. No ma'am, no regrets at all. Alright? You're not selling anything, are you? I don't chat, I interrogate. Hey. Come on. Come on. Jeez, man. I was just checking if the convo was over. No need to try and own me. What would your lady say about that? Trying to hit on an elf. Alright. So that's the lady who sells the weapon. So I just want to have a look. Back again, I see. Didn't get your name before. Didn't get yours either. I'm Shade 6. Ermin Cafe, pleased to meet you. Get the passers through. After the business, they're long. They get escorted here to relax and shop. Then they leave. I'm happy to never know their names, but you're a different story, aren't you? What have you heard? Not much yet. Huh. So what can I do for you? Have you heard of a man named Raymond Black? I still recall a blurb on the news, but I didn't pay much attention. not a name I know, and if it was a name worth knowing, I'd know it. There's a lot of knowing that I don't know about in what she knows. That's got to work. Oh my god, the pain. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at your wear because you're giving me a headache. Holy shit, look at that, smart link. Okay, let's click on weapon. Home sweeper. Yeah. Guardians, alright. Okay, there's some interesting guns, handguns, pistols. Where's Predator? Have I missed the Predator with a comlink? With a smart link? Yeah, Predator smart link. Okay. There's some SMGs, shotguns, assault rifle, shotguns, street trooper. That's a shotgun. Oh, what's that? Holy shit! Rifle. The official sniper rifle of the CSA. Effective at long range, includes an integral smart link system. Oh, there's a RNG for range, I guess. Okay, Jesus, that's a lot of gun. Seriously. FNR, smart link, rifle. Whoa. Another sniper rifle. Okay, they made a lot of gun. That's cool. It's cool. Outfit wise, the same stuff. And grenades, they don't need any. Okay, cool. So if you want to play a street samurai with a range weapon, you get some interesting choices in that vendor. Let's have a look at Chromally. Mostly for the convo, because last time I checked, well, last Sunday after the run I checked and he had nothing for sale that I want. And since the resources are slim, I try to avoid buying upgrades that I don't absolutely need. Yeah. Especially cyberware, because cyberware is so fucking costly, it's insane. You'll see what I mean. Oh, no, no. I still have toothpaste. Shit. When I brush my teeth, I usually eat afterward, before streaming, or while I stream, so the toothpaste wastes away faster, but Jesus. Oh, coffee. Let me have my niacin and calcium. Yes. Okay, all good. Back to the game. You know what I did to this poor cog? It's really something else. It reminded me to never have toddler. Okay. You're pretty banged up. Why haven't you installed some bionic limbs? Yeah. Because I'm already chromed to the gills. Oh. I don't look it, but I've got a full suite. Quad jacks, Knosaf, radio. Radio? I need that. I need a radio in my head so I can walk down the street without headphones on and be like, oh yeah, you know. Skin wire, tactical computer. Tactical computer, wood, puncha, irregular wire. Oh, okay. Check it out. I've got an artificial liver in my chair. A what now? I want to keep my last essence. I've come to like my humanity. I don't want to turn into one of the Walking Dead. Yeah, they call it the cyber zombies. Humanity is overrated. Oh god. Then saving your last essence makes sense. I'm glad you think so. Listen, I like talking about my Chrome more than the next guy, but not right now. Besides, it's kinda personal subject. You're looking for something today? You were a Hong Kong Shadowrunner. I was. I sure don't look much like one now. Man, that feels good. So, there's a particular way this kind of conversation goes. I don't know if you're familiar with it. I swear to God, the convo choices just cracking me up. Yeah, we are a bit around each other for a while, then tacitly agree to speak in only the vaguest of terms. The grapevine says it's your first radio, but I'm not sure I believe that. Listen, I'm circumspect about my past, and you're a new active runner, so I don't want to know any of your story. It's only a liability to me. So let's make this conversation useful. I'll cut the BS and give you some down low on Hong Kong from an expat runner perspective. In return, you don't dig for my job list. Deal? Deal. Rock solid. Hong Kong is a good lily pad for a derpy crasher like yourself, Shade 6. The shadows are deep, the money flows, it's friendly for foreigners, and there's no real government. The whole place is run by corporations and syndicates. However, as fresh meat off the boat, you've got to decide who you want to be. Foreign runners follow three career paths in the Kong. They assimilate, they burn their bridges, and get out fast, or they die. If you're a short timer, you can be as violent and splashy as you want, but if you're in for the long haul, learn the local arts, discretion, restraint, respect. Get that long-term phrase and don't embarrass people. Embarrassing people? Me? Nah, never. I'd never embarrass anyone. Oh man. Sometimes I'm so glad that I can't feel shame. Oh, it's such a relief. Because if I could feel shame, oh my god, I would feel bad all the fucking time. Maybe not all the time, but often. Because I do some stupid shit sometimes. Hey, it's life, right? The Hong Kong shadows grind. Grind through expendable runners who are loaded up with bad face and then dumped in Victoria Harbour. So whatever you do, watch your back. I aim to hit hard and to get out fast. Then your aggression and facelessness are an asset can sell. As you will, short timer. So, this isn't Seattle. Decide who you want to be. The other thing to remember is that Hong Kong is a really complex place. It's one of the great global cities with enclaves of every major megacorp. It's a syndicate town. It's a refugee magnet, and it's Guangdong. At some level, anything goes here, but when in doubt, assume that whole Hong Kong tradition rules. I say that As a loud-mouthed bastard, be polite, be modest, honor favors, maintain face, give respect, and always treat people's time as valuable. You seem pretty into this, Ambrose. Hong Kong fascinates me. I used to hate it here. Now I love it. I found a nice little piece. If you survive, maybe you can too. And you sure do seem like a survivor. Well, that's what I plan to do. Survive. Stay alive. Run the shadows. Put the bad guys in jail. Or, you know, the river. People know who I am, but only in the network. Kenley runs this neighborhood like a separate country. You pedal a boat across the canal, and no one's ever heard of me. And never. Anyway, it's private. You're not a wanted man, are you, Ambrose? There ain't no paper out on the Bruce Rokatansky, if that's what you're asking. I'm clean as a whistle. Well, that's my wisdom. Wait, what am I saying? My wisdom is you can never be too low profile, too low up, or too well armed. Okay, have you been having dreams, Ambrose? Nightmares? Nightmares? Hell, Nightshade. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on my order, Nick. Shite 6. That's my life. I curl up with a bottle of vodka and a handful of pills every night. But if you mean the 2T hunting horror dream, yeah, I've been having it. Shit, it's just one more nightmare. Let me tell you, though, I've been doing a brisk business in sleep aids. Just today, someone asked me for some ketamine. Ketamine, that stuff is a horse tranquilizer. What the hell made them think of that? Can you think? Can you think of any medical reason we'd all be having the same nightmare? Nope. Even if we were all doing something similar intensively, it shouldn't happen. Our experiences are all too different. I've heard of mages and shamans who are somehow connecting to each other, sharing dreams, but that's all. Well, what do I know? I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy who subscribes to psychological modernista. If you want to know about dreams, ask Crafty. My formal diagnosis is that something fucking weird is going on. Can I have some ketamine? Hell no. If I had ketamine, I'd take it myself. Alright? But seriously, it's not something that's good to self-prescribe. You eat a bunch of ketamine, it's not going to make you feel well rested. Thanks, Ambrose. No problem. Just doing my part to tamp down the crazy. Okay, show me your services. We're good on medical supplies. Let's just have a quick look. And when I say quick, I mean quick. Highs. Vision magnification basics. Oh! 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 So the alpha eye that I want is out. I mean, it's available, which is cool. I just don't have the cyberware affinity for it yet. Okay, but at least it's out. Fuck! An artificial gland. That's a proceed deterrence metabolic function. That's what I wanted for the body slot, which gives a +1 to all physical attributes. So I'm assuming strength, body, and quickness. So that's something that I want for Shade 6. The rest is pretty cool, but you see how costly that shit is? It's insane. So that's 2k and a Cyberware Affinity 3, okay? And how about the skin? Jeez. That's what I want for Shade 6 also. So it's all out. I mean, by that I mean available. Cyberware Affinity 3. Okay, it's 3k though. Okay, that's a lot. And what about the arms? Are the arms there also? I didn't see it. I'll look a second time. Autoloader Cyberarm. That's interesting, but it's costly essence-wise. Note alert. That's interesting. So the arm that I want two arm. It's gonna be bywares like the Thyroid, and it's 0.3 essence cost. It gives a +1 strength and I think +1 quickness also for each arms, which sucks. They're not out yet, but yeah. Legs, I don't plan to have any legs. I didn't see anything interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let me just leave. Goodbye, Ambrose. Time to go. So, now we need to pile up some cash so that we can start to cyber up. So the next couple runs are gonna pay for cyberware, and hopefully by next weekend we should be able to start cybering up. Oh, hello. You're new here. Didn't see you there last weekend. Let's F5 first. But I'm really happy that the cyberware is available. I just need a good payday. Why are you staring at it like that? Didn't anybody teach you manners? Relax. I didn't mean to stare. You're a stranger on my turf. I expect people to be civil to one another. No offense intended. If you insist, sure, I apologize. It's alright. I can tell you're a newcomer. I just feel a little protective of my part of town. What, that square foot over there is your part of town? Ambosario Ignacio, or, to the members of my community, Cherry Pink. Huh, cute hooker name, Cherry Pink. I specialize in transport missions and many services, and I occasionally Shadowrun for walking around money. I can also fry up a mean batch of lumpia, but you can't have any unless I like you. Cherry Pink seems like an odd choice for a street name. It's a bona fide Filipino nickname. Unless you want a mouthful of fist, you'll show it respect. Hey, I meant no offense. You can do the street all you want. You said that you make great lumpia. What is that exactly? Filipino spring rolls. Crispy and delicious and full of pork, or whatever pork flavor Flavored substitute is on sale. It's important to be frugal. I'll pass. Fried things will give me heartburn. Well, it's not the fried part that gets me, it's the pork part. I don't eat meat. I don't eat pork, I'm sorry. So I'll say no. Then you are cursed. Hey, you can see it as a curse or a blessing. To me, it's a blessing. But, you know, whatever floats your boat. You said you are a nanny? Look around you. See the Shadowrunners and dealers of contraband and Johnsons? There's a fair number who have kids, though they wouldn't shout it from the rooftops. It's usually too dangerous to keep family close. That's where I come in. So, she's a Shadownanny. I want one. Shadownannies are a great idea. No more bringing my baby into combat situations. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh, we've got a winner. I've shuttled kids in and out of war zones. I've gone into hiding with little ones for months on end while their parents had to lie low. I've taught children good manners, hygiene, and proper use of firearms for oh my god, like it all goes together, you know? Good manners, hygiene, and proper use of firearm. I mean, that's all the same package deal of the basic the basics you have to teach your kids, right? Oh god. Wait, you teach kids to use weapons? I use them to use weapons safely. That what's dangerous is not explaining their world to them. The shadows, that is. These kids have to grow up fast. Weapons training is appropriate when you're living in a smuggler's den. Yeah, it's eating properly, but there's still a kind of a hole. Makes perfect sense to me. So, in the real world, it doesn't make much sense, but in the in Shadowrun, in the shadows, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me. But still, I still think it's funny the way they bring it to the table. Anyway, I'm really glad that someone finally gets it. The gut reaction for most people is to deny the danger. The rest seem to think that children are too immature to step up to the challenge. Me, I trust my kids. I don't underestimate them, and they never let me down. How did you go from babysitting to running the shadows? Well, I used to take care of the children of a wuxing bigwig up in the peak. Turned out she was siphoning corporate funds to support both a gambling addiction and an extravagant lifestyle. She got sloppy, and I stumbled across some pretty damning documents as I was studying the house. I couldn't unsee them, much as I wished it, and I started to fear for my life. She was growing desperate, erratic, so I ran. How do you get your self-aware? There's always been a large community of Filipinos in shadows. I reached out and they all pitched in to set me up as a Shadowrunner. Now, whenever I land a good gig, I give most of my earnings away, giving back to the community. I don't get why you give away your hard-earned money. Surely your debt's paid. It's not like being a debt. Yes, there's always someone asking for a handout. Yet, one day it might be me in need again. Who knows when my luck will run, but I know my community will have my back. See that? I'm not familiar with that, but I kinda like the idea. I could use a handout. Don't work that way, chump. I know, right? Uh, never to ask. You don't know, it might. Oh, 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 can it now? Huh. What's happened in the Philippines that you can't go back? The Japanese imperial state happened. Supposedly, they've been in charge there for decades. It was just I was just a little girl when they sent their Imperial Marines in. They destroyed my whole neighborhood. I don't remember the events, but I still dream of fire to this day. Supposedly in charge, you say? The Japanese ran up against resistance from forces that came to be known as the Hawk. Nationalists, neo-anarchists, but the resistance ultimately gets its backing from a dragon, Masaru. While the struggle continues, the country can't heal. Never, ever, ever could deal with a dragon. It's like rule number 1 of Shadowrun. Well, I haven't, personally. I just want to be home, somewhere. Well, Heiwi isn't too bad. At least the people are interesting. I agree. Perhaps you may deserve Olympia after all. Compromise, though. You didn't run too far. Why not leave Hong Kong? I could not go back to Manila because of those, scumbags. But there's always been a large community of Filipinos in the shadows. I sought them out. Let's talk about something else, if you like. I should go. Can you wait then? Well, that's one hell of a Shadownanny, right? Oh, wrong button. What was that? The Windows key. Oh. So the Windows key is not. Oh yeah, that's what I forgot to do. That's one of the things that I forgot to do when I reinstall my PC. I need to deactivate the Windows key. Oh yeah, before I forget again. And yeah, that's that. I hope you don't mind me taking notes and whoop, back in the game. Maximum Law, the tech guy. Hey Shade 6, I was hoping you'd come around. You got a minute? What's up? Currently had Wampua burn your sin. Word is you're doing war for her. Not normal yellow letter stuff. Shadowrunning. Maybe not. What about it? I get it. Well, I didn't hear anything about it. Listen, if you've got info about rounds, I can make it worth something. We Wampuans call that kind of thing metadata. Wampua likes to get the word on the street from their active operators. Huh? Worth something? Credits? Yeah, I can hook you up with something. Maybe creds, maybe some street programs. But really, you'll gain face with Wampua. That counts for a lot more than money. Well, money I'd like. I mean, credits for cyberware. Like now, please. Augmented reality goggles aside, this gig gets really boring sometimes. You ever want to talk shop? I'm here. Oh, so I can talk to him about the past runs and get some goodies for it? That's like nice. Really nice. How about the 1.1 Elder Massacre? When Magpie gets back, the shit's going down. We're gonna spike those bastards with so much black icy that their brains are gonna turn into pudding. And we're gonna feed that pudding to fucking dogs. Sorry to break it to you dude, but Magpie is like dead. I'm not surprised the other elders got themselves killed. Figures. Well, Magpie will know what to do. We'll take care of this. Let's take the long way around, shall we? You seem fond of Magpie. Magpie is the best of the bunch. See, she's brilliant. She's a wicked cutter and a Nova hot decker, plus she knows the infrastructures. The others, they were okay. They had skills, except for NG. She was all woohoo and couldn't code or build shit, but she always wanted to get in the middle of things with her blathering. Those of us in Magpie's boss maintained the Shadownets. And just I'm just gonna drop it here, but each time they talk about the Shadownet, it reminds me that TV show Nikita. I'm not gonna drop spoilers, but what? Google Nikita, the TV show, and watch it, and once you hear Shadownets, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in chat. Nikita, you write it like you pronounce it exactly. TV show. Okay. Those of us in Magpie's boss maintain the Shadownets. That's what keeps Wampua independent. We're the core. Some people can handle that. You don't show much respect to your elders, which aren't elders, by the way. A lot of people are like, who respect your elders? Kiss the sorrows. Hey, that's good if you're in the whole meat world, but we're Wampua. We're a self-organized machine, a neural network tribe. Oh, yeah, right. He works for the Wampuans. So when I tell him that I killed them, he's gonna be pissed. Being an elder is a job and duty, like being a core processor. Elders organize the work sectors and maintain infrastructure. The elders aren't gods, they're routers. Wampua is built around the network. It sucks to lose their skills. The network has suffered a blow. Okay, we're slowly going there. You don't know who killed the elders? We don't. It's bullshit. It's a setup. The cameras were all shut down. I know. The mall's door logger was shut down. Everything was shut down. By guess who? Elder NG. Everybody was at a mandatory all hands scrum in the Matrix. You know who called it? Elder NG. Was she there? No. We're supposed to know everything. We're open source inside the tribe. Someone chopped off half the circle, then waltzed into the mall and wiped out the rest, then vanished. Thanks, NG. You villain chaser idiot. I'm sorry, Max. I'm gonna have to break it to you. Let's get to the point. I've got something to tell you about the massacre. What? You know something? I didn't do it. You were investigating the killings, right? Word is you were asking around. Oh, okay. Yeah, blame the ghoul, of course. Oh, shadow kicked. Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Step by step. Let's take baby steps. First of all, my pie's dead. What? Yeah, there's no. I mean, there's no other way to say it. All chopped up and vanished. Oh, they've really got it coming. We will not forget. Can I have 5 now? Oh man, I'm about to fuck this. Ah. Yeah, I'm gonna. Let's go with that. Ah. Worst case scenario is exponentially worse. Ah. Okay, well let's go with the charisma option. I saw guys in bulky gear with no markings, almost like covered up red armor. I don't buy often, but when I have no other choice, red armor figures the HKPF was around recently. Some fishy business in one of the squads. For some reason, we stood off. We've got the firepower to pull it off, so they scouted us and came back for the elders. Those gutters slaughtered Harry. Don't hurt yourself, dude. That hurts. Anyway, I spread the meta to the tribe. If the HKPF thinks we'll let this slide, they're as stupid as they look. Well, if lying pays all the time, I guess. There, this is a cred stick I keep on hand for when people have special information. Take it. You've earned it. I kinda want to think now and share files. Okay, I'm here for tech. Show me what you've got. Let's have a quick look, even though I'm not buying anything. Holy fucking shit. So the last deck is on sale. Early. That's good. I mean, I guess. And all the there's so many programs. 1.0, 1.0, 1.0, 2.0. Okay, let's go. See you later. So now there was some cyberware that was available for 2k something creds, and we're at 2.19. So if I get a few more creds, if we get a few more creds, we'll be able to buy some cyberware. Okay, so I'm looking for a new people, like the Shadownanny was new. Okay. Let's have a word with those people. Time to F5 now. Okay. Dr. Shenyang. Hey you. What are ya, slow? I got nothing else for you until you get the dirt on Ma. You got a job. Now go do it. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that run. It's the run that I'm going to do tonight or tomorrow night. Shang appears to be nearing the end of a harsh experience with the Strangler Bow, who is listening intently. So, we tell that little Butthole that Auntie Chang isn't fucking happy. You get it? Not happy at all. Don't tell him that I'm displeased. Don't tell him that I didn't take it all. Tell him that I'm extremely chopping mad, and if he doesn't want what happened to ye to happen to him, he'd better get his head and his ass work together and get me that payment today. Was that message clear enough, Mr. Bao? Yes, Miss Chang. I'll explain things to him in terms he can understand. Oh, someone's gonna get a beating. Ah, or newly minted Shadowrunner. How are you taking your new role, Shay6? So far so good. I have no doubt, my sweet. I have a nose for talent. And how is Mr. Gun Show doing with his new life? Gun Show. Oh, Gun Show. It's the street name for Duncan. He's doing just fine, Auntie. Very good, my dear. Very good. Was there something specific you came to see me about? Any word on the plastic face man? Not yet. He's elusive. This is really a man who knows how to see out of the public eye. But I have my network working day and night to find him, and I still have some favors that I can call in if need be. I'll find him. It's only a matter of time. I have good news as well. Some of my people managed to tap the communications of the HKPF special duty units, and in word on our plastic-faced friend or Raymond Black crosses their door, I'll be the first to know it. For now, go about your business. I'm sure that more work will come your way any moment. I will contact you when there is news. Yeah, well, where work is concerned, I'm behind on runs for now. Oh, okay. She just chased me away like that. That's cool. So we're almost done. Getting there. Gonna double check something. Belong, just in a moment. Quick moment. Another 30 seconds or so. Okay, and this makes sense. Alright, so Mr. Shit6, beautiful. Hey, right back at you, beautiful Matthew. So what do I owe this unexpected pleasure? Why, you're not here for some robotics, are you? Well, shucks. It looks like someone vandalized your trailer. Ah, right? You mean the paint? I don't see. That's just some neighborhood kids, good kids, having a lark. I nearly fell over laughing when I saw it this morning. Why would someone call you a job stealer? Oh, there's someone around here. There's people there. No idea. Drones are job makers. I know what you're thinking, J6. I think it myself. Drones are job. So drones take jobs. Well, medicine takes jobs from undertakers, and sewer drones take jobs from people who used to crawl through filth to feed their families. When you see a drone, messenger, or maid, it's easy to think that used to be a person. Could be. But their person can do other job now, and they can have a drone themselves. Everyone is better off. Why? The same people who call drone dealers, job stealers, often themselves come to me for, hey, let's not get all wound up about this stuff. It's too cheery a day for running off in your heads. What exactly are the drones we sell used for? Just about everything. They're helpers to metahumans in all sorts of useful ways. Drones, cooks, clean, carry messages, lift heavy loads, tend to dedicate tasks. Why? Drones can even care for the infirm and provide companionship to children. Think about it, beautiful. All the boring, dangerous, painful jobs that people used to do. The jobs that drones do now. Because of mechanization, we don't force workers to breathe as many chemicals in refineries. We don't make teenage girls pick silk cocoons out of boiling water. Not anymore. Drones help us. They're really something else, aren't they? How do people in Hawaii feel about drones? How do people here feel about drones? Why, they love them. Just about every household that can afford drones has drones. You sure don't want to try out this little UC2 tarantula? It's a great entry-level personal assistant. Drones free people to take skilled jobs. They make the economy more efficient, and drones give poor people services they couldn't ever afford otherwise. Whoa. Shade 6, you smell that brisk spring air? This topic is fascinating, really fascinating, but I've got to get back to work. Shall we walk the lots? Okay, I thought that was... Okay, they changed something in the dashboard. That's weird. Anyway. I've noticed that you have a lot of drone in your trailer. There, already ones I'm facing. Probably. The repair work must have their hands. Gotta keep them running. They need to work if they're going to work for me. Let's look at drones real quick. It's more out of curiosity than anything else. Same shit as last weekend. Cool. Okay, that's good. So, goodbye, Matthew. Alright. Those people here are what? Nothing. And someone here. Nothing. Okay, I'm just gonna go look here because there's an orc there. Nope, nothing. Okay, so I'm almost done with the convo. Wait, let me have a look. Close by. No new people. Okay, so those guys over here to talk about nightmares. Perhaps not there. Damn it, you. When you start the move, you commit to it. I swear, if you're doing this on purpose. Yeah, when you play chess and you take the pace, nope, nope, nope. Yeah, that's annoying. I know because I've done it quite a few times. Friends, we have a visitor. Sorry to interrupt. I was just wondering if you're all still having dreams. This again? Don't you have anything better to do? Yes, we are. We're all still having dreams. However, they're getting hell about it worse. Look, let's not go into details. Anything would be great. Alright, but afterward, you have to let us finish our game. Sure, our dreams have become, unpleasant, so to say. Darker, violent. Not all that healthy, if you ask me. Especially for men of our age. We come out of them in a daze sometimes. Feels like we've been punched in the senses. And the imagery. Well, I said no details, so no details. That about sums it up. Shiu, Master Low? I have nothing more to add. Shiu? No, nothing. Is everything alright, Shiu? You've been staring at me for a while. What's wrong with you, Shiu? You'd better not be having a stroke. We're in the middle of a game. You need to go faster. The shadows that follow you are getting closer. Excuse us, Shade 6. Our friend is tired. These dreams have taken a toll on all of us. Please come back some other time. Alright. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset anyone. Enjoy your game. So, that wasn't really helpful at all. But we almost came full circle. This is the last spot to have a convo. To finish the convo. And Jesus fucking Christ, that was a lot. What a welcome sight. Have you found anything? Not too much. How about you? This mind-numbing tedium is starting to pay off. Check this out. The dreams that everyone's having, they aren't really dreams. They're omens. Oh. For what I've gathered, we're walking a fine line here. They're pretty dangerous. Attempts to interpret them could lead to mixed results. What do you mean by omens? You know, omens, harbingers of doom and gloom, and bad things to come. Just a minute. Omen, a sign that warns of future events by way of visionary creatures or hallucination. Why are they happening here? Apparently, these sorts of patents are commonly linked with malign places and disastrous sites. They're caused by leakage through wounds between our world and the SR plane. Okay, great. That means we can seal them, right? I'm not sure we can. At least I haven't found anything about that in my mother's text yet. We don't want to dive into this haphazardly, Shade 6. Remember, these omens can be dangerous. How are they dangerous? How can a bad dream be dangerous? Besides the fact that you can like bump your head on something. In here it says these visions or dreams or whatever you want to call them are real. They're open to interpretation, but interpreting them incorrectly can be disastrous. Astral space is a place of dream logic. Taking the things you see too literally can be even more dangerous than ignoring them. So, whatever we do, interpret or ignore, we're inviting trouble. Yeah, so whatever we do, interpret or ignore, we're inviting trouble. You've got it. The slim chance we have to dig for some of the meaning is through interpretation, but it's not easy to interpret a dream. And it's even more difficult to separate the nonsense from the substance. Can you interpret the dream? I can't help you interpret your dreams, whatever they're trying to whatever they're trying to impart. It's beyond me. All I can do is keep reading. There has to be something in this library that can help us understand what's happening. Keep it up. Every bit helps. Yep, I want it. Let's have a look at the wares. I'm not gonna buy anything, but it's fun to have a look. Lightning Bolt 3 already? Jesus Christ. This is early. Conjuring. Unconsumables. Shimmick Salve. Oh, wait. This is the tier 1. This is the tier 2. Oh, 7 each points per round for 3 rounds. Okay, so if we have access to the next tier, it means that the next run is gonna kick ass. See you soon. Okay. So. What time is it? It's past 9 p.m. Right. Man, I've been at it for so long. I think I need to take a BO and I'm a bit tired. The stress about the surgery, or should I say surgeries, because you had to chop 4 spots, got me pretty tired, so I think I'm gonna call it a night. And tomorrow's gonna be another short run, I guess. Well, if I have time, I'm gonna do the run, then the running around. So, wait, what? It's all good. I don't need to take or remove anything, I think. 113, yeah. Yeah, the bunk, because we need to get some rest. So let's get some rest now. And let's finish the game with that. That's it. That's it. No, oh, there was a... Okay, I'll just go back to the dock and see which cyberware that I wanted is actually available. Shall we? Curious. Then I'm gonna go into the MTR station and I'll save the game right before the start of the next mission, which is gonna be the area something. Okay, he doesn't have anything more to say after the resting. Somewhere. Okay, so body. This is 2.1. Okay, so I could afford +1 to all physical attributes. Okay. Skin. But this would be excessively useful. Okay, so I'll wait and I'll buy the dermal plating first because it gives 2 or more points and +1 body, and those are more points. From what I could read, they stack with the actual armor that you wear, so that you can get the max. So I'll aim for that first. Here, let's save the game right here before the next run, and I actually need to go take a bio. Yeah, that's how it is. Then I'm gonna take a shower and go to bed, I guess. So, well, thanks to the new follower, Rick7, I think. You don't want to. Yep, Rick7. Thanks for your follow, Doge. And thanks everyone for dropping by and saying hi. Those we did. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next run we're gonna do. The run which is called it's the Eras run. Yeah. So, well, that concludes tonight's playthrough, guys. So thanks for dropping by, like I said, and I'll be leaving right now. I'll see you tomorrow night for some more Shadowrun. Alright, thanks, goodbye.